you guys? It is Mary.
And
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, you all, because we are going to continue to talk about what the hell is going on in the school system. A 6'6", 500-pound something teenage boy.
Yeah, it says
deceased.
6'6". He was 270 pounds.
Like,
and I was wondering, I said, well, why are they saying it all like that? But the teacher was like 5'6", they said, and she was a teaching assistant.
and this was a boy.
She just came in to assist,
Mm-hmm.
and she took his Nintendo. They also did say that he's a special ed student, and I don't know if it's something that's mental. Okay, there's a call to prayer.
We'll be back.
So anyhow, we're back again. But yeah, he was, so she took a Nintendo from him. Why he even had that in class, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it kind of seems to me that probably the teacher, the one that she was, I don't know, teacher assistants for, probably she is used to him having a Nintendo. But why would he have that reaction if he's not used to bringing his Nintendo and that being tolerated in class?
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's something that they should have let this teaching assistant know, because she doesn't really know the students.
Yeah.
And they should have said that to her. Hey, he comes with the Nintendo, leave him alone,
Yeah.
or something. But I don't know why any parents would be giving a child Nintendo. Maybe
I don't
that
think
is
they
his-
even. I don't even think they thought he would react the way he did, because he actually ended up beating this teacher to a bloody pulp.
Yeah,
Actually, there was a pool of blood. He spat on her, stumped her out, kicked her.
Yeah, they said he
pummeled
spat on
her.
her. But after he got arrested, the cops put him in handcuffs. As he was walking away, he spat on her and told her he will kill her if he ever sees her again. This is while he's in handcuffs and the police are taking him away.
Mind you, this is not even her full-time job.
It's
She
the
just came
teaching
to
assistant.
assist.
You know,
You think
and-
she coming back? I wouldn't.
No.
I'm filing for disability.
I mean, really, and he pushed her so hard
Yeah.
that they said she flew like 6 feet, 5 to 6 feet in the air before she landed. And it seemed to me that once she landed, it was done. So I don't know if she hit her head. I couldn't really see if she hit her head. It kind of seemed like she fell head and body first,
Hey, good.
And if she had hit her head,
She would have
because
been
she
dead,
seemed
actually.
unconscious by the time he started stomping her on her back, like that's where her spine is, and then got down on top
probably
of
would
her
be
and
disabled.
was just punching her in the head, kept on punching her in the head. They tried to pull her off of him. Some of the teachers came, tried to pull her off of him. He was still kicking her with his feet as they pulled him off of her. And then he went back again, kept on punching her, and so finally it took about 4 people to kind of hold him down, and then one of them went to try to check on her, which when someone is down like that, don't try to move them. They tried to hold her hand up and stuff like that. Don't move them at all, because you can make things worse. But
She has to be taken out on a stretcher because she probably has spinal and head injuries, and that's very sensitive.
Yes.
And if you move it any type of way, you're done for.
Yeah, I mean, you do move it in the wrong way. So really, they should have, not everybody knows that, but when someone is
Yeah.
on the floor,
I only know because I'm the lifeguard.
unconscious, do not
Yeah,
touch them. Don't
Not
pick
at
them
all.
up and all that stuff.
yeah.
But
That was.
we just
that's
had
just
a whole
mess.
thing about students
and
hitting
teachers.
teachers just last week, and I'm like, what is this back again on our YouTube? Like, what is this again?
I was just
I don't know
shocked
what's
when I
going
saw
on.
the headline on the Shade Room. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, what is going on? And every single time I see something happen in the school system, I said, this is just another reason why my kids will never be in no public school system. Really. Because it's too much going on. It's just like, even if he does have mental health, you have mental health to the point where you're ready to murder somebody, I don't know if that's mental health or if that's something that you're consciously doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
I
then
just
when
don't
you're
know.
walking by, you're
they're spitting on her. I don't
and
know if
still
that's a
talking
mental
about
health thing. I
he
think that's
wanna
just
kill.
a behavioral
Thing, yeah.
issue. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
That's
so
what I'm
true.
thinking. Cause I'm like, how would
That is
mental
so
health
true.
take you to go and murder somebody?
Like beating them so badly.
I don't know what mental illness that is.
I mean,
I have not heard of that.
You know what it is?
I know that can think of as bipolar disorder.
The thing that I'm thinking about with him,
Did they say what
it
it
is
was?
a behavioral thing. You know why I think so? Because when he passed by and spat at her and said he was going to kill her if he saw her again.
That was scary.
Now that is not like,
But the thing is, you thought that through.
I've dealt with kids who have mental health issues. They are in special ed, and not to that point that after you are in handcuffs, you're still doing that. Yeah, it part is behavioral, and if that's the case, I just don't know where are the parents. Where's mom? Where's dad? Like, where are they? But
Yeah.
obviously, this child is not used to anyone
Disciplining
him.
Not at all.
He has been left to run amok.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness gracious me. I just felt so bad for it. There's no way. I'm a teacher's assistant. I'm not coming back to teach. I'm done. This is it. I'm going
You're
to
an assistant. Like, this isn't even your
sorry.
full-time job. You just
I'm-
came to assist. If somebody basically tries to put you in a wheelchair, that'd be the end of my career.
Yeah. And my heart goes out to this teacher. I just hope that she's alive.
What's
Because
what's
we
her
have not-
condition?
I don't know.
Because stomping out your spine, head injury. I'm sure she has brain swelling. I'm sure she has some type of spinal
don't know.
issue. I'm sure she had, brain bleeding. I'm sure
Something.
something is broken.
I mean,
If it's not
he
a
was
rib or-
pummeling on top of her head.
Like, you
that.
are as
With
big
all
as
these
LeBron
lines.
James.
And he was standing up. Yeah, I mean, LeBron probably got him about two more inches, and 15 more pounds. But still, you're
At
up
your
there.
age,
Yeah.
you are big as hell.
Yeah.
To go and beat some little woman who is my height.
Yeah.
That's scary.
This is a discipline issue. Like,
That's scary.
this guy has not gotten this child. He's still. I mean, he's a teenager. He's 16, right? He
It's
has
just-
not. He has been made to run amok. I think I was talking about this yesterday. Like, my son, I took away his video games. Like, when he was 18, when he was 19, when he was 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a form of, for him to understand, okay, schoolwork comes first. You know what I'm saying? Schoolwork comes first. This has to be done, and then you can play. But never will he stand up to say, now I'm gonna have this crazy attitude,
fits.
because he knows the worse the attitude gets, the longer
The
I'm gonna
punishment
be keeping your video game.
Yeah.
And if it gets too much, it's gonna be in the trash or be destroyed. So it's like children have to understand at a very young age that
To respect authority.
yeah, and that there are consequences.
Yeah.
They have to understand that as they go out in this world.
Yeah.
It's a travesty if you don't teach them that. If you don't teach them that, they're not gonna make it out here in the world. Because ain't nobody gonna give a shit about you. You're
No.
gonna have to follow the law. And then your ass gonna end up in jail.
Hello.
And this is where he's going to end up. This is where he's going to end up. Especially if that teacher, something happened.
Oh, I'm pressing
This
charges.
is where you're going to end up. Like,
Yeah.
if she passes away, like, I pray she doesn't.
You
know?
said she flew 6 to 7 feet in the air.
Well, that's what the news was saying. They said that when they looked at the tape, I mean, I did see her push, but I didn't think it was that far. And I didn't think it was that far. It kind of seemed like he pushed her and she fell. But
Did you
they
see
said
the whole
according
thing?
to the camera, and maybe I'm not seeing what they're
Or
seeing.
maybe you just saw a clip of
And
it.
and also I think that they know, like, they can measure, right, from
Yeah.
where she landed to where she was hit. So maybe they've measured it, and I can't see that, right? But the news said she flew 5 to 6 feet and landed on her head. Because to my eye, after he pushed her down, right, it seemed like she was unconscious. then,
Yeah.
before he even started stomping her back. Okay, it's kind of like remind me of what's her name, Shanquella, when she was hit and she just fell like a rag doll.
Yeah.
And right there, I said she's lost consciousness. Like there's no other thing. Her neck probably was dislocated then.
Right then and there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing that was holding the head, right, from pretty much being dislocated from the rest of her body, was just the skin probably and muscles around. I don't know. But to me, with this lady, it seems like she was already
The
unconscious.
head and the
She
spine
just
is so
fell.
fragile when you think about it. Like you really just have this one like spine, like these
Yeah.
vertebrae
Yeah.
holding up your head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a lot of support. I mean, you have the muscles and all that,
Yeah.
but if you take all that out
Yeah.
and you just have the spine
Yeah.
and the
Especially
vertebrae
if
and the
you-
brain, it's
especially
not
if
much
you
holding it
fall-
up.
Yeah.
It's not
Like,
much.
I
mean,
when I
obvious-
saw her, she was just unconscious, and her feet were kind of like flaccid. They were just like that, and so I was just
Especially when they
wondering-
fall to the side like that.
Yeah, it was kind of. It just was like a rag doll the way her feet were, and then she was just unconscious.
Was she
Someone
conscious?
tried to like raise up her hand, but it was just like this. I didn't see her from the moment she was on that floor and he was thumping her back. Because if you're conscious and someone is thumping your back, you're gonna try to move. She was just laying flat. There was no movement.
Oh my God, this might be.
I
a
mean, you
murder
guys
case.
watch it and let me see. There
I
was
haven't even
no
watched it.
movement to me
My God.
after she was like thrown to the floor. I didn't see no movement that in her. If you saw it or you got another angle or you guys are watching another video, please let me know. But I didn't see movement. Someone tried to kind of move her hand and there was nothing. Because if you were conscious and someone is thumping you, you're gonna move. I didn't see
Absolutely.
any movement. And he was beating her on the head. I didn't see any movement.
I mean, after his big ass throws you across the room, I'm sure you're unconscious. And then you
It looked
land
like
and hit the
she
floor.
looked like her body and her head hit the floor together.
Yeah, I know. God forbid,
I don't know
I
what's
don't
going
know
on
if
in
she
the
alive.
schools. I have no idea.
Where is the security?
You know, it seemed like
With all these
the
cases-
administrative staff were there.
Why should
I
it be
think I
your
saw
local
one-
employees who have to come save you? Where's the security? Where's
Yeah,
the police
they
officer? Where's
came-
the taser?
Yeah, I thought I saw one security guard there, but he arrived after everybody else had arrived already.
How convenient.
So I'm not sure, like, where he was. There has to be so. But then, you want your school to be, like, not a school where you have all this security.
School
right,
is
and
not
all that,
safe.
but-
We can't say that. Schools
I
in
know.
America are not safe.
I know.
All the school shootings we have, all the students
That's
acting
true.
out, all the teachers that have been hitting students as
You're
well.
right. You're
It's
right.
not a safe space.
Yeah.
School's not a safe space. Do not be sitting here telling yourself that lie.
Yeah.
There should be police
Yeah.
officers, there should be security guards. Just
Yeah.
because you have that does not mean that, your school is in the hood or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You have to have security.
Regardless.
Like, it's not about a look. It's about keeping people safe.
It's happening everywhere. All the school shootings, they're happening. It doesn't
You should
matter
have
if you're in the
security guards
suburbs.
throughout the.
It don't matter if you're in in the big cities. It does not matter if you are in a wealthy neighborhood, a poor neighborhood, a middle class neighborhood. It really doesn't matter because we
should
have
all-
seen these school shootings happening everywhere.
In all schools.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, man. And I was thinking about the girl that we spoke about last week. The teacher was still in the hospital last we checked.
yeah.
Even that one, I didn't see any security. Remember, it was the teachers who had to pull her off of they had to remove the student from the teacher.
See, had you
It
had a
was
security
other
guard, they
teachers,
would have
like, on
already
the-
restrained her before she even would have flipped the phone out of her hand. Like my
And
thing
the thing is, the teacher was on the phone calling for that. So they should have already been there, but they weren't. It was another teacher from across the hall who
Man.
had to drag this girl off of this teacher. Now we have this incident. I don't even understand what's going on.
If this turned into a murder case,
And my sister
need
is
to
a
do
teacher,
something
so
different.
I really, my sister is a teacher, and so I feel worried. I actually wanted to be a teacher, but I ended up being a nurse.
I know I wanted to be a teacher too.
Yeah. But with this stuff going on, there's no way. I'm a teaching assistant. I ain't going back to school.
Hell no.
No,
Yeah, no.
I'm suing the
I'm
school, I'm
wrapping
suing the
up.
county, I'm gonna find out who else I can sue.
Yeah.
I'm suing the child. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Absolutely.
working anymore.
Yeah.
As my days of working is
Are
over.
over. Yeah.
Teaching assistant, I just came to assist on the one day. And you know something, for those of you who are teachers, the way I understand it is that, okay, someone comes in, there are teaching
They're
assistants.
like a substitute teacher, aren't they?
That's what I think.
Well, if the teacher was there
Now-
and she's a teaching assistant,
Right.
then
The teacher
then the teacher
known.
should have probably told her about him, or
Exactly.
maybe this was something that he was not used to doing.
Yeah.
And the teacher didn't say. The teacher wasn't like, "Oh, leave him alone. It's
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry about it."
Because the way I understand, sometimes teaching assistants, they come in specifically to handle the special ed kids, because the special ed
Oh.
kids, in some classes, they're in the same class as everybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes you'll have this teaching assistant, I think, and hey, if my sister Mumu is watching, please explain to me again, because I think you had said before that the way I understood it, you can be a teacher, right, and have a teacher's assistant who can watch over the special ed children,
right.
right? Because they need a little more assistance, and then that way the teacher doesn't have to like be doing too much,
Right.
and the other students, they don't fall behind because you're trying to deal with another student. That's how I understood the teaching assistant to be.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, I mean, if this had occurred in a teacher's class, there had to be more people running towards her as she left the class. You
Yeah.
know? So I'm thinking maybe she was a teaching assistant, kind of like a / substitute teacher.
Maybe.
For a teacher that wasn't there. And if that was the case, you should have told her about this guy. Because he doesn't seem as though he has been disciplined. Like, this Nintendo don't seem like it has ever been taken from him because of his reaction.
Or maybe he just decided to do this on a random day because he was having a bad day or whatever. I don't know.
Then that.
Or maybe he was, you know how sometimes kids,
Maybe.
they'll pull out their phones or whatever.
Oh.
You know, like maybe
maybe
when
he
they're
was having
under the
a bad
table.
day.
Like sometimes when I was in college, I would pull my phone out of my bag to check it or whatever
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Maybe that's what he did with the Nintendo, and she caught him.
Yeah.
And then it was a shit show from there.
I mean, the news channel kept on making this thing about he's a special ed child and stuff like that. But I feel like that whole spitting and talking about I'm going to kill you, that went beyond your mental health issues. That's behavioral stuff.
Yeah.
That's you not having any discipline whatsoever, and no, you've not had anyone being checked you before. So, I don't know what's going on.
Flabbergasted.
I don't know what's going on.
Flabbergasted.
But you guys get in the comments, let us know.
Yeah, y'all.
Like, I mean, was it
What's
a
going on in the
problem?
school system?
Or-
Because I really wasn't.
And
in
I
it
think that
deep.
they were in class, because I can't even say that they were on break that he had this stuff. Maybe they were on break and she took his stuff. But I
Why
don't
would you
think so,
take it on
because you know
break?
why? The halls were
Clear.
empty, right?
I mean,
They
to
were
me, it looked
clear.
like it was a library.
So it wasn't even like
To me, it looked like it was a library because it was like carpeted. Usually
No,
hallways
no,
don't
no,
have
no.
carpets.
some of them do actually. Some of them do. Oh, you said, it looked like a library?
Yeah, because I mean there was wide open spaces. I mean
So
there
you
was
think
some
maybe
stuff
maybe the
around.
teaching assistant, maybe they took these kids to the library or something?
Yeah, like as a field trip.
Oh, I see
or
what
something.
you're saying. I don't know. You guys get in the comments.
It's
Let
Mary.
us know. If you know more of the story, let us know. Hot mess. And Amma.
We invite y'all to like,
Share.
subscribe.
Whew, get in those comments, y'all. Mm-mm-mm.
Bye.